What is going on, everybody? Zyonik here, and in today's video we're going to take a look at a few battles versus other PvP content creators, JimmaBanks, JFarmakis, and MattyFBaby. So the links to their channels are down in the description, but these battles took place during a PvP roundtable live stream last night on King Ivy's channel, so the link to that video will also be down in the description. Now, these weren't all of the battles, but during the live stream we just did a huge talk about the meta, talked about the really strong Pokemon, good synergies for teams, and then we dove into some battles where everyone was kind of fighting me, as we could set it up on King's live stream to watch those battles. So if you want to see all those battles in the live stream, link down in the description. It is on King Ivy's channel. King, thank you for hosting us. That was a ton of fun, and I'm so glad that everyone got to show up and help collaborate for the Rainbow Cup. But before we get into those battles, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all the latest Pokemon Go PvP content. Without further ado, guys, let's get right into these Rainbow Cup battles. Now, in this first match, we're against JimmaBanks, and JimmaBanks is an incredible Pokemon Go PvP player, as you guys will see. But we get the solid lead. We go with Quagsire, and he leads with Charizard, so he knows this is a negative matchup. However, he's staying in. So we're going to just go for the Stone Edge. We're not going to shield whatever this is. It's most likely Blast Burn, which is going to do a decent chunk of damage. But we're going to go straight for that Stone Edge. Let's see what happens. He doesn't shield it. Okay, alright. Charizard down. Mission accomplished. Good job, Quagsire. We're going to go ahead and get the Acid Spray off. Now to set up our next Pokemon, we're going to switch into Charizard. As you guys know, this is going to absolutely decimate the fortress. We chunked down so much health, and now we're just going to go for Blast Burns on the Azumarill to try to do as much damage as we can. And we have Venusaur in the back, so this is looking pretty solid for us. We're not going to shield right here. It is going to be an Ice Beam. We're going to go ahead, let the timer go down, and then we're going to come in with Venusaur. Now, Venusaur with that Frenzy Plant going to be doing a ton of damage. We're going to go ahead and shield this Ice Beam here. It would do a lot of damage to us. We go for the Frenzy Plant here. This will most likely force some shields, so we do get one shield. Now, we know if we shield this, we can finish off the Azumarill with fast moves alone, and we're just going to farm. But he does a great swap into Fortress, so we're going to go ahead and go for the Frenzy Plant here to try to do as much damage as we can, and then we're going to switch to Quagsire. Now, Quagsire going to be able to finish off the Fortress, and then we're going to get the Acid Spray off on the Azumarill to burn the shield and put a debuff down. And then we're going to be able to finish off the Azumarill with a fast move. So very GG's. As you guys saw there, that was a huge losing match for Jimma, but he came back strong and made it super close. All right, second game. We lead Venusaur. He leads Azumarill. So this is definitely very favorable for us. So he's probably going to look to swap out of there. So we're just going to start spamming away. He swaps to Fortress, so we swap to Quagsire. Now, Quagsire, not going to be a direct counter to a Fortress, but it can handle it a little bit. But he does get the Earthquake off, which is, ooh, that hurts. Now we know his Fortress is a Earthquake Fortress. So we're just going to try to go for this last second Stone Edge after we got the Acid Spray off. So it does a huge chunk of damage. As you saw there, Quagsire did his job. He basically took down the Fortress as low as I could get him without having a hard counter. So we're not going to shield this Heavy Slam coming in on the Azumarill, but we do take down the Fortress, and now we're in a Azumarill versus Azumarill fight. So we are just going to be going for play roughs here, as you guys know from your previous tournaments, especially regionals. But we are going to switch to Venusaur, and we're going to shield. It's going to be play rough, but we are going to go for the Frenzy Plant. So this should be forcing a shield from him. So we do get the shield. We get a little bit of lag, but now we are going to we're going to have to shield this again. This is going to be an Ice Beam. That would KO us right there. And we are going to get the final Frenzy Plant off. Now, this is going to burn his final shield, but sadly, he's able to get to the Ice Beam first. So our Venusaur does go down, but we have a Azumarill, and then he has Quagsire, which this isn't good, but Hydro Pump, going to be doing some work. Now, this Sludge Bomb takes us super low. There's no hope in sight, really. We throw a Hail Mary Hydro Pump to get Quagsire low. Now, the moveset that I have on Azumarill is there because I haven't TM'd it from regionals, so don't take that as the exact moveset you should run for the Rainbow Cup. There's a lot of different arguments for what moveset, but that is just still there from regionals. So I'm holding off on spending TMs until I know what Worlds is the meta for Worlds is going to be. So now we are against JFarmakis. JFarmakis, another incredible Pokemon Go PvP player and content creator, but we get a solid matchup of Quagsire versus Raichu. So he's going to bail out of there. We're going to spray whatever is coming in, and then we're going to bail to Venusaur because we know that Venusaur beats Azumarill, especially when you have shields to protect yourself from those Ice Beams. So he is going to get his Ice Beam off. We are going to have to shield that. We're going to go for the Frenzy Plant here. It's going to be doing tons of damage. He does shield, however, and now we can farm, as you guys will notice. But I decided to go for the Frenzy Plant. I really want to get this thing out of here without wasting another shield. So we take down the Azumarill. Now his next Pokemon that's going to be coming in is going to be Mantine. So Mantine going to be a soft counter to a Venusaur because it can get hurt by a Frenzy Plant. As you guys will see, I shield right there, but let's see if I decided. No, I decided not to shield on this one, but Mantine will take a lot of damage. It's going to be neutral from Frenzy Plant, but it will take a lot of damage. Mantine going to be a good option for this tournament, a good flex pick. So now I bring in Quagsire. Quagsire with the Stone Edge going to be doing super effective damage against a Mantine. He gets the Water Pulse off. We go ahead and go for the Stone Edge here. The Stone Edge does a ton of damage, as you guys saw right there. And then we're going to have to go for the Acid Spray. But I decide to shield right here. I have lots of stored energy. So I can just take this thing down lower, go for the Acid Spray to really finish it off. And then the next Pokemon coming in, I'm hoping to get a Stone Edge off, which is on the Raichu, which will do a lot of damage. And then Charizard going to be coming in. Now he does have a charge move coming off, but it is going to be Thunder Punch, which is not going to be enough to finish off my Charizard, and we clean it up with the Fire Spin. So GG's, and we'll move into the next match. So against JFarmakis again, this time we're leading with Quagsire, and he's leading with Venusaur. So this is really bad for us. I need to bail out of there. So I bail out, I go straight into Venusaur on accident. I meant to go into Charizard, but I went into Venusaur. So as we'll see, we're going to go Frenzy Plant. Now, he has that soft Mantine counter. But as you guys see, look at how much damage that Frenzy Plant did. So you need to be careful when you're using a Mantine. You need to be able to, possibly shield one of those Frenzy Plants because it is going to hurt. Now, this one will force the shield because it would KO the Mantine. Now we're just going to keep plugging away. He is going to get to another Aerial Ice, but we're going to go ahead and let Venusaur go down because I want to use Quagsire to store energy from this Mantine. So I'm going to bring in Quagsire, and we're going to start storing lots and lots and lots of energy. But we're going to go for the Stone Edge. Granted, I should have gone for the Acid Spray, but we get the Stone Edge. Now we have some stored energy for the next Pokemon. We instantly swap to Charizard because I know that Venusaur is coming in. And then he has a Quagsire, so this is going to hurt. I should have gone for Dragon Claw there. I go for Blast Burn. Actually, I landed it. So that was a decent landing. We're going to have to shield right here. It's going to be Stone Edge coming in. Now we go for the Dragon Claw to bait his shield. Let's see if we get the shield. So we do get the shield, but he has another Stone Edge already ready to go. So this isn't looking too good for us. We are going with Quagsire. Now we're going to be storing tons of energy. He's going to be getting off a Sludge Bomb, which isn't going to take me down. So now I have tons of stored energy. He has Venusaur. Remember, guys, I'm going to have to go for the Acid Spray first and then the Stone Edge to finish him off. And I don't get to the Stone Edge in time. Oh, tough loss. Very tough loss. Very good game right there. So we're going to move into the final matches, which is against MattyFBaby. Pokeball Flex. MattyFBaby, a hilarious and great Pokemon Go PvP content creator and battler. And leading off, we got Quag versus Quag. This is going to be a matchup you guys see a lot of. We're going to go for the Acid Spray first, and then we're going to bail into our Venusaur. So we bail into Venusaur, and we are chunking the Quagsire. As you guys saw there, we took away half of his health. Now, Fortress coming in. Fortress is going to be a great counter to a Venusaur, but Venusaur can fight back with these Frenzy Plants. You're not going to be able to clearly take out a Fortress in the 1v1, but you can chunk it down. So we are just chunking away at this Fortress. He is going to use Heavy Slam, or Rock Tomb here, I should say. Now we're going to let the timer go down so that our switch clock comes back up. We're going to go with Charizard here, get a lot of stored energy, and then let's see what happens. He brings in Quagsire, so knowing Quagsire is going to have that Stone Edge, we're going to have to shield this, and then we're going to, oh, he gets another one off, so we're going to have to shield again, but we have lots of stored energy on our Quagsire. So we're going to store a couple more hits and then bail to our Quagsire so that this Stone Edge isn't going to take us out. And then, well, actually he gets off the Earthquake, which does tons of damage, but we are going to finish off the Quagsire with fast attacks. And his last Pokemon, we're going to go for the Acid Spray. It's going to be a Mantine. Now the Acid Spray getting the shield here, and I try to go for the Stone Edge, but then I decide to go for the Acid Spray, hoping to get the second shield. But he doesn't. If I would have landed that Stone Edge, that would have KO'd the Mantine. And now we have Charizard, and I should have gone for Dragon Claw here, but I went for Blast Burn. And as you guys will see, I won't be able to get to the Blast Burn in time. He's going to get off the Water Pulse to KO the Charizard. So GG's, MattyFBaby. And we're going to move into the final battle of the Rainbow Cup practice matches here. And this time, I decide to lead with Quagsire again versus Fortress. So Maddie's knows I like using Acid Spray, so I believe this time I go for the Stone Edge. A little cheeky hit here, so we're gonna go for the Stone Edge, and then we're gonna bail the Charizard. So we bail the Charizard to really start chunking down. We are going to shield right here, and it is Rock Tomb, so very glad I decided to shield there, but the Fortress is super low, as you guys saw there. Now, Lantern comes in. We're going to go for this Dragon Claw. Doing a decent chunk of damage, hoping to burn that shield, but we don't get it, so now we're going to go for the Blast Burn, either doing a good chunk of damage or forcing that shield, so we do get the shield. Now he's farming my Charizard right now with his Lantern, so I need to come... let's see, what do I come in with? Come in with Venusaur. We got a Hydro Pump coming in here. We're not going to shield, but it is going to do a decent chunk of damage to us, but we are going to farm this Lantern. He is going to get off another charge move though, so we are going to have to shield this Thunderbolt. And we're just going to keep farming so that we can spam 2 Frenzy Plants on whatever's coming in. So it is going to be Fortress. We're going to switch to Quagsire to soak the charge move coming from the Fortress. And we're going to go for the Acid Spray to try to finish off Fortress here. We do get it down, but then it's able to get off its charge move just in time. The Rock Tomb, not going to be doing tons of damage, but then he has his last 2 Pokemon, which is going to be Quagsire again. And I get some lag here. Maddie and I were talking, and he's going to let me get my Acid Spray off, if it will let me. So I get the Acid Spray off, and then I do a couple of attacks to make up that lag, and then we start going again. And then I allow him to get off the charge move here, which is going to finish off my Quagsire, and then I come right in with Venusaur. We go for the Frenzy Plant here, which will KO the Quagsire, and then he has Fortress still, or Lantern, but the timer runs out. We actually don't get to finish each other off. The timer runs out, but because Venusaur had a little bit more health, able to take the victory on that. So GG's, Jimma, JFarmakis, and MattyFBaby, thank you for the battles. They were a lot of fun. And as you guys saw, I was really putting Quagsire with Acid Spray Stone Edge to the test, putting it on the grinding wheel. And I like what it's doing, guys. Granted, As you guys know, if you have seen King IV's video on Quagsire going in depth, there's 3 different ways you can run it. You can run it with Stone Edge Earthquake, you can run it with Stone Edge Sludge Bomb, and you can run it with Stone Edge Acid Spray. Stone Edge being your #1 move you're going to want to have, and the rest go to playstyle. So I'm trying the high risk, high reward playstyle, and it's really working out for me because there's mind games, and when people know I have an Acid Spray, they think, you know what, oh, this is Acid Spray, I'm not going to shield, but then I drop the Stone Edge, and Stone Edge is still going to hurt. So had a lot of fun with these battles, had a lot of fun with this live stream. Again, if you want to check out the full live stream, link down in the description. It is on King IV's channel. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's battle video. I hope you guys learned something or saw some moves or some Pokemon that you really want to use now for your testing. But be sure to smash that like button and comment down below and let me know how your guys' Rainbow Cup testing is going. Let me know if any of you guys have tournaments this weekend and what lineups you guys are bringing, because I'm really curious how the meta is forming. So be sure to let me know down in the comments, guys. And like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.